I don't know who designed this lever. It's not there because it's ankle protected. You guys can see, that's it. I can't put the stand. Beyond this, my shoe is not going. Okay guys, very good morning. This vlog is going to be an information for people who are thinking about buying a 400X. So last 4 days, I've been traveling to, I was in around Lambasangi. So you guys can see it's 1,725 kilometers is what I've done in this bike. This is just after the first service, and the bike really performed well. So what is that few things I wanted to give a comment to you guys in terms of observation, and a few to Triumph itself. See, already have a street twin where in terms of the quality everything is absolutely perfect. And see, the vehicle turned off now. I don't know, the morning ride, it happens every time after a long break. When you take this bike, this happens. They said an update, and I don't know, is it people are fooling with us? Is it Triumph really done the test run, QC check is done? I don't know. The engine is still cold, let's keep that way. It turns off. Something, there is a problem. So I was talking about the street twin. I understand it's an expensive machine than this one, but whatever product you guys give it proper QC check, whether it is reliable, whether it will help, whether it will withstand. A simple example, you guys can see, I'll also show in a close-up. You guys can see on the go the number plate as per the government norms. Whatever has been fixed, I've just fixed it. It technically flew off. It broke and flew off. Luckily, like I could stop and put the number plate back, or else it has to go to a tedious process of getting into the RTO, complaint, request, payment, delay. So this is one simple thing. And there are two more things which is a problem. This is a Scrambler. Maybe I've taken this bike on exclusive off-road session. I will be posting that, where you guys can see how did it perform. Two things. This bike is 835mm seat height, so technically it's a clear verdict. People below 5'8" is slightly difficult because of the seat position. To follow more about this Scrambler, please do subscribe and share it with your friends. It will be helpful, it will be motivating to see that your creativity, your content has reached so many people. That's the only motto at the moment from my side. Talking about the mileage on a highway, see, approximately 35 is what the mileage what I got. So till now the bike has done 2,909 kilometers. The vibration till about 80-85 it is butter smooth, no problem, very relaxed, comfortable, no problem. You can go on 80, and after you start going that 80, where you will feel the vibration on your foot pegs. You will not see on the tank, you will not see on the handlebar. Really, handlebar very light vibration when you touch certain parts separately, but when you're holding it, you will not see any vibration. The vibration is more towards the foot pegs. But definitely, if you are taking this bike and when you wanted to cruise a 90 and above, 100 and above continuously, definitely you'll be wearing a riding shoes, and which can withstand that. So I don't see a problem. And the top speed on a stretch where I've touched was 140 on this bike, and 120 aram se it is going. 125 is all nothing, and those speeds vibration is definitely not a concern. So vibration, definitely it is manageable. If we call it a vibration, see, I don't know to be hard, Definitely, you know, from what bike you come into this bike matters a lot in terms of vibration. If you've been driving 150cc bike like Splendor or whatever it is, definitely you will see this bike as a vibration. Yeah, even if you buy a Honda, when you are crossing 100 110, it will vibrate. So vibration definitely will be there. So from which bike to which bike you are coming? So there was one more question in terms of the fuel tank. Yes, this is a 13.5 liter fuel tank with a mileage of 30, let's assume, or 32, or let's keep it 30. See, 300 is for sure range. So I took this one till 360 on a full tank when I was going from Chennai to Lambashangi. So 360 range, being in Tamil Nadu or South India, where fuel stations are there every 5 to 10 kilometers for sure, or at least 20 to 30 kilometers in certain rural areas. So I don't see a concern as the 2 liters. Yes, definitely would have added value, but what would have happened is that tank size would have been slightly bigger. So now you can see my seating position. So this one, tugging the tank really helps to saddle aram se however you want to go. The position is absolutely fine. So that's where it has been designed. And the next observation is something nobody have told till now on about the 400X. I don't know who designed this gear lever. I'll show you why I use such hard words. So the gear lever either is too short or it is not pushed in well. One more problem is the stand, and this should be slightly cut. I'll talk in detail before. So now this is a full console board where we feel it is the safest one to do it because of the ankle protection and everything. And I'm sitting in the right posture, and you guys can see how I shift gear. When I have to downshift, no problem, but when I upshift, my shoe size is 8. If I further bend it, you know, I have to technically push it so much where I cannot go any more forward. I'm sitting on my position. If Triumph says I have to beyond this, you know, my movement is not there because it's ankle protected shoe, and you guys can see it is very short. Beyond this it's not going. Maybe it should be slightly longer, or it should have slightly upward movement. So this is a problem. If you are wearing a non boot like this, you know, any ankle boot, sitting on my normal position, the camera is recording also. I'm sitting on my normal position and I'm trying to do, you guys can see further to it, it's very difficult to put it. I'm at times I struggle, and especially on guard section where you have to keep changing your gear from second to third to second. That quick shift is the momentum. So this is where you guys can see, sorry to show you the shoes, this is where your thing sits, your foot peg sits. So I've kept it there, and now beyond this my shoe is not going. If I have to go down with my riding pant and everything, I'm not able to go. So this is my observation, guys. So I would request you guys to check what you feel. So I have to struggle a lot. To insert my, because the shoe cannot move anything more forward. Now it's a jeans pant what I'm wearing it, just to show to you. When you are wearing a riding gear, your shoe is fully stuck. You know, the riding pant goes inside the shoe, and your shoe is tight. You know, this particular moment now what I have, I'm not getting the riding pant. When I put the riding pant, this movement is gone. Yeah, this movement is gone. So you guys can see how short it is. And I'm just 8 size. My shoe size is only 8. What if somebody on a 9 and 10? Somebody who's on a 6-footer, the shoe size for sure will be 9 and above, or 8 and above, whatever it is. But you can expect the shoe size. If it is a 10 and 11 shoe, this is 8 shoe, I have a problem here. So if it is 10 and 11, definitely it is a concern. For me it is a concern. Now I have to try to see if I can get a longer longer gear. I am just thinking about it before my legs ride. See, now I am able to do slight movement is because I am wearing a jeans pant. So the movement is there. So when you're on a riding gear, when your knee guard is here, when your shin guard is there, you're fully packed, right? So the movement is absolutely controlled. So people going on a long touring, if you're having a short boot, I don't think so there is a problem where you guys can bend your knees and then tuck it in. But please check with your shoe size. What if somebody has a 10 and 11? Please be mindful. Don't do a test ride with slippers. Do a test ride with proper shoes. Triumph, you guys have to look into it. Yeah, because you're targeting not only Indian market, you're targeting, I don't know, maybe in UK and other countries is a different setup, I don't know. So other problem is side stand. I'll show you how much I struggle in putting the side stand. I need to find out a place. Okay, now see, now this is where it's almost like a flat surface. I can easily put in. One good design is this is mobile. This is one good design. Let me find out a place. You guys can see naturally how much I'm struggling to put the gear. It's almost, that's what. If you're slightly on an uneven surface, like the surface when it's an uphill or slight downhill, or especially on guard section, it is a problem. Okay, let me take this as example. So let's assume you are slightly on a guard section where you are slightly inclined. When you are slightly inclined, and you guys can see, that's it. I can't put the stand. And almost now on leaning on my right hand side. This is what I meant. So if you are slightly on a guard section and you are trying to put, this is the problem. You can't put. If you put also, you can't take. But if you're on the other side where you are on a slightly uphill, and now see, here it is a decline version, this particular area. Now I can put the side stand. This is the difference. But if you're on the other side, it is difficult. But you really don't know where you get such sections. See, few things like vibration, fuel capacity, mileage, these are the stuff I don't mind, like there is always ifs and that. And few questions about comparing this and Himalayan. No, this and Himalayan can never be compared. This is purely an all-rounder in terms of it can do beautiful roads. In terms of soft roading, when you call soft roading a muddy road, you don't have a proper road, those things, it does a magic. It shock absorb works amazing, so beautiful suspension, the brake is amazing, the pickup is nice, the required speed is there, the power is there. Very uncomfortable with putting the gear every time. There is a lot of false neutral I was struggling. So definitely that is one. And stand, when we went to this guard section, I have to look in for the places because the margin of error is only little less. If you look into it, when the bike is on the station position, it is just hardly maybe 1.5 inch is where the movement you have. So you always have to find out a spot where your bike is on the higher side and the stand goes on the lower side, so you get that extra clearance of couple of inches to put and remove the stand. But if you're on the other side, and if you're on the other side like this, forget about the flat road. Even a slight incline puts other way around, it doesn't suit. So very soon I will be investigating something where I need to cut the stand at least by 1 inch, or else it becomes a nightmare. It is a nightmare in terms of putting the stand. So my number one nightmare on this particular ride is the side stand, and the number 2 is the gear. Those are the two nightmares. And the chain, I see that first thing on the service station, it was not serviced properly, and I have to lube it later, because on the return, after me lubing in, the bike's performance turned out to be really better, or a better quality of the chain should be given, is what I think. This is my honest opinion. The chain, you can live with it. I felt you get that gur sound after you cross 80 and 90, but definitely again and again, you can't compare this and Himalayan. Himalayan is a different breed, this is a different breed, but this is, in terms of the quality of the product used, it's amazing. Many things are great. These are very few practical challenges as a bike owner I said, and this can be corrected. It is not a problem in the engine. I'm not talking about the engine or the chassis or whatever it is. I'm talking about few cosmetic. As a new bike, that's the reason it's always been said, new bike, wait for 6 months or 1 year, so all the refine will be done, and then you get a different product. So I think that's my opinion after the long ride. Great bike. Definitely I will recommend still to buy it based on your experience. This is my experience, what I'm saying. So based on your experience, you have to take a call. Gear shifter, maybe you can find out an alternative gear shifter which can be slightly long than this one. This is very short. Maybe you can buy and fix it. Side stand side stand, you can go to a nice shop where you can remove it, and maybe remove it by inch, but you have to be very careful about how durable the welding does happen. But Triumph, if you're listening, these are the two things where you guys have to look on towards it. Okay, with this, more upcoming videos coming. Our Lamba Sangeet tour, how it behaved, many things also coming up shortly, and I'm taking this bike on an off-road section. I can share that experience. Do keep supporting as you guys do. Nice meeting you guys. Keep in touch. Stay safe. God bless. Jai Hind. Bye bye.